try this again. Oh my god, where are we pointing at? What did I just do to the camera? Okay, maybe the 5th attempt now doing this. So, without rambling too much, my name's Adam Ivel. I've been creating content on you. Finn, bro, stay here. Stop whacking your tail off everything. Hello and welcome to my very terribly managed YouTube channel. My name's Adam Ivel. I've been creating content on YouTube for over 13 years. And I have very recently had to come to the realization that maybe after 13 years, it might be time to call it. But I'm also a stubborn bastard, and I'm not willing to call my time on YouTube yet. I still think I have a lot to offer this platform, and it's just taking me some time to figure out what that is. So, let me this video, I don't know the word, pre-line up the video so we're gonna go over me starting YouTube, what it initially was for, what I was using it for, why I was making YouTube in the first place, the highs and the lows that I've had during YouTube, and then the future. I also have an announcement to make, kind of like a personal one, but I don't think anybody really cares. So I'm gonna put it in this video. So it's like one big, hey, blah, 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 blah video where we just chat, we sit and I talk, and if you listen and you listen to what I say, you might understand the ups and downs and the trials and tribulations of trying to be a YouTuber in 2024 when you're pretty much irrelevant. Like it's different. It's difficult. So why I started my YouTube channel initially was I started my YouTube channel when it wasn't cool to be a YouTuber. Like being a YouTuber wasn't even a thing. I made this YouTube channel before the partnership program ever began. You couldn't make money. I just wanted to make a Jackass-inspired car show. And that's what spawned the Honda Diaries. I made this stupid video picking up, well, it was like the first day after we picked my Honda Civic up. I still actually have. I picked it up, it was like 13 years ago, I think, like 12 years ago maybe, but like 13 years ago I started making content and I'd film cool cars, my cars basically, because they were cool, and they still are. And I also filmed a bike video with Sam Pilgrim. Like Sam's one of my old friends that we're still cool now, and he's absolutely smashing YouTube. He's an amazing creator and he's really nailed down what he does, and I'm really proud of him. And yeah, we just built the Honda Civic, and that's what spawned the Honda Diaries. It was always just like a diary platform for me to be a bit creative, to dick around, to make my own show, and to have a bit of fun. It was never to make money. It was never anything. It was just for me and my friends to build cars, and we just filmed it all on a GoPro 1. That's how long ago this was. I bought a GoPro 1, an original GoPro, and that's like what we were doing. And we didn't really have any hits. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the videos all got between like 1,200 to 1,500 views, kind of what I get now. Like, but I was buzzing with them back then because we were fresh. It was new. It was exciting. It was just sharing it on car forums I was on, and people seemed to enjoy it, and people seemed to hate it as well. And we started filming like car meets that we'd go to just because it was all like, oh, it's something to do and we can kind of stick around, and like it was so much fun, like having the group to do it with, going to car meets, and just generally loving Honda culture. That's what it was. Like, it was all about the culture of modified Hondas and the fun. It was sick. Then throughout time, I came across Jamie FYD and Monkey London, these guys that were filming modified cars. Now, pre me even starting a YouTube channel, I used to write and take photos and do car features for magazines, when magazines were a thing. And I loved that a lot. I really loved that. In fact, I'd been doing car reviews and stuff like that and writing magazines, even though I'm really bad at English. I even did it as my GCSE. Like, pre-doing my English GCSEs, I'd make fake car magazines on PowerPoint. Like, I'd just make it up. I'd go online, get a Dodge Viper, put it on, blah, 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 blah. And it's all I loved was just featuring cars. I was like, I love talking about cars. I love car culture. I love modifying cars. And it's always been a real stable factor of my life. I love that. 621, the blog took off massive. And I can't explain how big it was back in the day. It really took me by surprise. The numbers we were getting view-wise per week, like, were insane. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, I remember a magazine getting in touch with me once. And they were like, hi, we've got like 17,000 magazines in circulation, and this is how much money we want for you to advertise. I didn't even ask them to advertise. They just emailed me as a publication. And I was like, okay, well, I'm doing double that per week. so do you want to advertise on my platform? It was nuts. I didn't realise you could make money by doing that. Like, I just always thought you could make money by selling car features to magazines. And then I was like, oh, well, this YouTube thing's kind of doing all right. I then went to Japan with my GoPro 3, I think at the time I had. I'd leveled up, GoPro 3. And I did that whole tour of like the Honda culture in Japan, and I got the first ever Gaijin ride as a Kanjo experience before you could have it as an experience. And I will forever be grateful for that. That trip was insane. Kazu at Saka JDM looked after me like family, and I still consider him family now. Like, I'll never take the spoiler off my car. I'll always be very, very fondly thought of with him. Like, it was great. Like, in a once in a lifetime trip in a period where you couldn't have the experiences. I mean, I know a lot of people have the experiences now, but I think the guys over in Japan have realised that they can kind of market themselves now and actually make a bit of money out of this, whereas back then you just couldn't get access to them. I got really, really lucky. But I think it was luck through hard work. And that is kind of like the luck through passion, luck through hard work and being passionate about something, and other people that are passionate about it and noticing and going, hey, we should probably get this guy in because he's the same as us. And I feel like that has kind of always been my unique selling point for myself in life, is because I'm really passionate about what I do. He says, sat in a messy garage in the middle of nowhere in Essex, full of cars that don't work. I mean, over the years, life's changed, you know? But it's by no means a bad thing, but we'll get to that. So after like doing some car features, and the Japan trip really pushed my channel. I think I can't remember exactly how many subscribers, but like on the graph, it's like like that when I went to Japan. And it fell back down for a bit, but it managed to maintain itself in the middle. And I was okay with that. I was like, of course, I can't do this Japan thing every week. I'm not made of money. So, I mean, that trip cost me $6,000, and that was all of the money I had at the time. And I only went on that trip because I was breaking up with a girl, and she was off to the Philippines because that's where she was from. And I was like, well, I'm not sitting at home, I was just having fun. I just rented this DC5 in Japan, and I was like, that's what I'm doing. It was like one of these like whim moment, like on the whim moment, and it just worked out in every way because I had a great time. I made memories that will last me literally a lifetime, and I also got some banger content from it. It was like perfect, like a perfect cauldron of just luck. I genuinely believe that. Like one of those things where I just, it's one of those things. Come back home, start doing car features and finding cars, but we'd make them kind of vloggy. And I was like, oh, like Casey Neistat's now on the scene. And he's like, took inspiration from him. I was like loving what he did. And I was like, maybe I can do that sort of thing in car culture. And I started doing that, and everything was going really well. And this again, it is an opportunity that arose through being myself and passionate about what I do. So I got to go and experience drifting in Ireland. It was amazing, like absolutely freaking awesome. It changed my life because I literally came home and I bought an E36. I then sold the DC5 later that year after doing, I think it was 7 drift days. Got the S15, bosh, amazing. Oh my God, like the whole journey is documented on this YouTube channel. And it's been phenomenal. This S15 behind me, I still have it now. I love it. I love it. It's my favourite car I have. Like, I love it. And later in the year, we are going to be doing a ton of work to this, which I'll get to. But I've been doing this, like I said, 13 years. And I think recently I tried again at the start of the year to really dig deep and build the channel up again. Because obviously the views have fell off massively. And I didn't really understand why. And I was like, man, like we are really what the internet would call irrelevant now. You know, like the channel with nearly 70k subs isn't hitting 2k views a video. Like that's really bad. Like and it's like, well, the effort was still there. Like I've got that 350Z on the channel that I'm not gonna lie, I did buy it as a purpose tool instead of as a YouTube tool. But I didn't realise that it would be that unpopular, and I was like, I'm spending a lot of money on this, and then it made me go, should I sell it and try and buy something that would build the channel? Oh, do you know what? I'm just gonna come clean, right? I'm not gonna buy and sell stuff for YouTube. Like, like I said, I'm taking a bit of inspiration in this video from Jamie FYD, and with what he said. So I guess once again, Jamie, you've inspired me once again. I felt like I had to do this. I've got 2 other videos lined up offline, like that are on YouTube that are offline that the members and stuff can see or have seen, and I just can't bring myself to post them. And I've got to that point where I'm like, nah, I can't do it. Like which is just not me. I'm very out there. I'm fine with being out there, and yeah, it's kind of not my confidence. I'm not gonna lie when it comes to being a creator. But I think I'm good at this. I think that I make good content. But I've asked a bunch of people over the years. I've asked like, why do you think it's up and down? Because I refuse to let an algorithm or numbers dictate if I'm happy or not. So I just like to understand. I like understanding things. So I basically, the most common thing I get is that there's no structure to this channel, and that is because I've never been diagnosed, but I definitely know I have some form of ADHD. Like, it's a thing that I definitely have, and I'm okay with it. I'm at peace with it. But hyperfixation is like the worst thing for me, because when I get super into something, I get super into it. Whether that's content creation, whether that's gaming, whether that's women, whether that's other stuff that I don't really want to talk about on YouTube, where my mum and dad might see. But anyway, there's a part of me as a human being that really struggles with just going, hey, this thing works, I'm going to do that constantly and just do it. If you let me take JM on cars, for instance, he is incredible at just doing car features. Just doing it. Matt Armstrong is incredible at, on his main channel, just doing crash rebuilds. It works for them, and it's worked. Whereas I'll do a drift build, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna feature a BMW X5. I'm doing a BMW X5 review now. Oh, and then I want to go and fix my Honda today, so that's what we're gonna film. And there's been no structure. And the main criticism from people is that there's just no structure with what I do. They don't know what they're getting next. So I thought, hey, we'll do the 350Z as a build, and we'll just see if we can get to like 5K views a video. I'm pretty happy with that. That's sustainable as a channel. Like, I think it would be fine. And then we can grow from that. Well, the 350Z did really bad. The best video I think I got out of it was me telling people how much it will cost and how much I regret doing it, which is kind of like the typical expected, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up the channels a little bit. So I've made a new channel. Well, it's not a new channel. It's my old channel that I never use anymore, called 621 Live. I had to call it that because 621 is on this channel and I don't know how to change it. So I'm going to call it 621 Live. And on 621 Live, we're going to be posting every build video. That is where the car builds are going to be a vloggy, car build type format channel, strictly for that. And I tell you what, if the views are bad and no one subscribes, so be it. I just want to make sure that it's honest. And I'm not going to be stressed out about making it, because it's just, hey, look, this is what we're doing today. We've got a bunch of builds going on right now. I've got the 350Z being worked on. The S15 is going away to Ian Waddington soon, and the MX-5, I've actually got a plan for this now, and I'm going to crack on with it very soon. I've got a load of parts. I only need to buy a few more little bits for this, and then we are good to go in terms of a build, which is amazing. I truly believe that even if, like I said, no one subscribes, no one watches, I believe in my heart of hearts, that's what I should do. It should be on a different channel where we can just do 621 type stuff, where we build cars, we get parts from Pure Car Modify, we mod it, we do what we want, we can do the lead up and the build up to all of the big adventures I really want to do. So for instance, I want to take my BMW on a German road trip, hit up the Nürburgring, hit up the BMW museum, which is just insane, find some back roads, go eat some currywurst, because realistically German cuisine is pretty ass. So we'll just go and have a big adventure, and then we can film that and put it on this channel, which will be more thought out content, which is like almost more production-y, more, hey look, if I'm going to go to Ireland and drift, I can actually go over and I can spend a few extra days there. Now we've got this camper van, it's really beneficial for me. It means that I can go film some car features. Finn, bro, what is up, my man? We can go film some car features, we can go do some garage tours, some car collection tours, and I can film them in the presenter way that I want. Whereas instead of right now, I kind of put on hold all the car features, which I'm going to level with you, always do better than my car builds on here. Because I was like, well, I have to try and give this building my own brand up a go, be me, showing people what I do. The 350Z has done really bad, and I was like, do you know what? That's really bad. Like, the S15 has done really bad. Like, I posted my Doryfest video, my old drift feature videos, like my drift content, my days at drift days would get 15 to 25,000 views regularly. Now I can't even hit 1,500 views, and I'm like, right, okay, that's just because. And I have had a lot of self-reflection, especially got on this little holiday where I spent a lot of time just in my head thinking and going over stuff. I was like, why would anybody watch me at just a practice day, realistically what it is, or an event, where they could go and watch James Dean, who is also a YouTuber now, a predominant YouTuber. He gets good views. He is a lovely guy. Number 2, he's a genuine dude. And number 3, he might just be the best drifter on the planet that we've ever had. And he's now making vlog content where he is being himself. So why would anybody watch Adam Ivor going to Driftland to do a few laps with the boys over watching James Dean competing in Drift Masters and winning one weekend and going to FD and winning the next weekend? Why would anybody watch me? So I'm aware of that, and especially why would they watch you if 2 weeks ago you were doing a feature on a car collection and now all of a sudden you're going to put a gearbox in a 350Z? It was I get it. I feel like this channel has been a representation of my brain, my chaotic brain that I have to exist in. I think I'm at the point now where I understand I need structure in everything I do. So this channel, what is happening on the Adam Ivor channel? I'm going to tell you. But first, I'm going to tell you my little self-goal, my little personal announcement thing is that I've actually entered a drift competition for the first ever time. And I want to film all of the build-up to that. I want to film all the little stuff we do on the cars. I want to film my thoughts, my nervousness. And this is just for me to document, once again, as a diary, like Honda Diaries was. But I don't know if Monkey London would have a problem with me calling it Drift Diaries, because back in the day he used to call that his that. But I'll figure something out where I wanted to figure something out where I could just be me and go for my dream, which is to competitively drift. I don't know if I want to be any good. I think I can drift okay now. Like, I would call myself maybe an intermediate, like a fair level intermediate. I've never really given myself the best opportunity with the cars I choose to use and what I do to them. So everything now is going to be, the build up to the event. So my first event is the KD Customs Winter Series, which I'm going to put on the screen here. I'm only going to make 3 of the 4 rounds. I've paid up. I'm in. And I'm so excited to do this. And I do not want my excitement dampened by a YouTube channel that doesn't get many views. So what I'm doing is everything from now, which could be seen as vloggy, car buildy, drifty, or anything like that, is going to go on this YouTube channel. Up here in the corner, or hit this QR code. That is where you will find me. If you're watching it on your telly, if you're watching me on your telly right now, I appreciate me being on your screen in your living room. This QR code right here, get your phone out, scan it with your camera, and it'll open up your YouTube app with my new 621 Live channel. It's also going to be based around cars and modifying and all of that good stuff. I've also made the Adam Rydell channel because my motorbikes are a passion to me, and I don't plan on only having my one Triumph. I do plan on deep diving into more motorbikes and doing motorbike rides and features and going on. When I'm free, we're going to be doing a lot more motorbike stuff. Adam Rydell channel exists. That's once again linked on the screen to my head right there. And I think if you go and click on that, you'll see that a channel with 150 subs now, I think it's got, is getting 500 to 2,000 views a video, which doesn't make sense to me when I've got a channel with 70k that just isn't. So, what am I doing with this channel? Is it time to close it down? No. It's time to go balls to the wall with it and do what I believe is best for this channel. So this channel in the last few years really grew from car features and car reviews and car-based content that's based around other owners of vehicles, where I get to go and I get to nerd out on other people's collections. That's actually going to be the next video you see. This Cornwall trip I had recently changed my whole perspective on everything, because I realised I'd stopped doing this thing that I genuinely am passionate about. I've been passionate about my whole life, which is car features, car life, the community around it, and going meeting them and getting inspiration from those guys and sharing similar stories and all that sort of stuff. I really want to do that again, and I have an amazing video film that's going to go live next Wednesday at 6 p.m. that I really hope you'll hit the little bell for if you are still here watching, ready to enjoy that video, because I really think it's awesome. It's 30 odd minutes long. I want to make shows again, and I don't feel I can do that. I don't think I can put all the passion in knowing that the next video might be on the 350Z and it's going to flop. So, because I do genuinely believe if YouTube sees that your channel falls off or people stop watching early, it punishes you. So that's what I realised, is that I can't put all of my chaotic energy into one bubble, because otherwise it's just going to flop. It's just going to be too much like a lead balloon and it's going to flop. So what I've decided to do is this channel is going to be heavily focused on car features, finding some of the best cars in the world. I'm not limiting myself to the UK. I travel a lot. I'm going to try and do as much amazing content as I can now. How regularly that will come, I don't know yet. Obviously, I think I worked out, like I work like 3 to 4 concurrent jobs at the moment. I'm very much a slave to them. So the YouTube channel, I want to make a passion project again. And I think that this one, after filming that video the other day, look out for this thumbnail. I think it's so good, and I think you guys really will enjoy it. So I'm hoping that through that, this channel will thrive again. And I really hope that will do that. Through the 61 Live channel, it'll be a creative playground for me to just film my car builds, figure out how I want to do them. I can talk to you guys on a sit-down video and be like, hey, look, I've got an idea. What do you guys think of this? We can post our drift days on there. We can post our track days, and that will be like the build part of my life, the build section. I'm going to try and be consistent with all of these, by the way, whether it's one every 2 weeks on this channel and one a week on the other channel, and then the motorbike one, maybe one every 2 weeks on there too. To start with, I believe I can really flourish again, and if I can't flourish, at least I can enjoy the process. So that's kind of where I'm at. I won't let the channel completely die. I'm going to try and reignite the passion for what I do, and try and get back on the good graces of YouTube, because I do believe that is a big part of it, keeping the algorithm happy. I hope I've spoke well enough in this video that you guys don't think I'm moaning, because it's so bizarre that when my YouTube channel was popping, my life outside of it was the worst, and the mental health side was the worst I'd ever been. And right now my channel is flopping hard, like really bad. It's the happiest I've ever been, and I've got a new appreciation for life and the world, and my luck with work, like getting to work with Drift Masters. Tomorrow I fly out to Riga. I'm so excited to go and see all the drifters. I get to call some of the best drifters in the entire world my friends now. I somehow, as a complete normie on this website, that's never had too much success and never been on the pages where people will be like, we need to work with Adam, he's popping, you know. I've still managed to create great friendships with some of the biggest YouTubers in my field. I've had such amazing experiences with the Drift Games guys, with Adam LZ, with Percy Zosh over in America, Jamie FYD, Monkey London, Lee Lockwood, and all the other people that I've met throughout this YouTube journey. And I think that any normal-brained human being right now would just be like, do you know what? Fuck this. I ain't doing this anymore. I'm closing it. I've had enough. I'm going to go and do other things. But me personally, I'm like, I see this as a new challenge. And I actually have to give a massive shout out to the Kaiser, on Instagram, Kaiser. Kaiser on Instagram and Kaiser in real life. I spoke to him in Poland last year, and I was like, man, things are going really bad. I think I'm going to pack it in. And he was like, now's the time to dig deep and go for it. Now, that's what I did. I bought the Z. I tried to build things. It didn't work on this channel, but I really enjoy doing it. So I'm not going to quit that completely. I'm just going to quit posting it on here. So all of them videos now are going to be over on 61 Live. This one is going to be where I document cars. And Kaiser, if you ever watch this, I'd love to come and film your cars as well, man. I've got so many friends with collections and cars and awesome machines that we're going to really try and do. And also with how my normal job operates, I'm going to be able to kind of dip in and out and do stuff on the road, and it's going to be fine. And we've got a sick Volkswagen Transporter now, which means I can just hop in it and sleep at a £10 campsite for the night, and we can still get out and do stuff. I've booked in some car features. I've booked in, and they're freaking awesome cars. I've booked in some car collections already, some big names as well, car collections. And then I need, shut up! And then I need to get in touch as well with my Irish friends I'm seeing tomorrow, because I'd like to try and book in with them, talking about their cars when I go over. But they are very busy people, so we'll see what we can do. If you've watched all the way to the end, I'd kiss you on the lips if we were in front of each other. Please don't kiss me on the lips without permission, that would be weird. But I really appreciate you sticking around this long and listening to what I say. And I'm not asking for comments, I'm not asking for subscribes or anything like that. I'm just going to ask for a second chance if you've watched me before and liked my content. I think that's the most honest thing I can really say, is like, I don't expect anything from you guys. I just really like another chance at this, because I love making YouTube videos. I love the YouTube platform, and I love that it still gives people, regular people, an opportunity to be superstars. I don't want to be a superstar. I just want to be able to go around and film cars. I love it, and I want to bring the blog back, even though blogs are dead. There'll be a blog post to kind of go alongside with every YouTube video I do on this channel. That's like 621 Passion Project, once again, is back on, and I can't wait. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll tune in when you see my name pop up next time. Thanks, guys.